And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's the comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it.
And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a
Welcome. Hey, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. I'm Ebony Moonbeam, and this is Waifu Views. We're here today to give you a couple of fun things, but of course, I'm here to introduce my beautiful ladies. Let's start with Shar.
Hello, I am Honey Shot. I go by a shot of honey like a jar. Call me on me sweeter.
Yes, I love it. Is that it? Because I love it. I get so lost in her tagline.
Yeah, that's all.
Oh, as amazing as it is. Asia Morgan on Facebook. Everywhere else, you can find me at sunkiss_waifu.
And like I said, I'm Ebony Moonbeam. You can find me at Ebony_Moonbeam. And this is Waifus, your soon-to-be favorite female-led podcast with a side of waifu. So before we get started, be sure to like, share, follow the works. The Facebook group Blurred Cartel, you can find them on all social media platforms, including YouTube. Be sure to do the same thing for our personal Facebook page, because we now have one. YouTube channel is on the way. Also follow Blurred Official on YouTube. Check out the Bay group page if you're not already in there, Blurred Approved Entertainment. And also blurred.com, where you can find all the shows that we have, the articles, the merch, everything Blurred. The merch is chef's kiss, so be sure to check that out. So today we have a fun little topic, because today we are going to be reviewing the animated movie, the new addition to the Fate series. It is called Fate Strange Fate and Whispers of Dawn. And we're also going to be delving into a little bit of visually stunning anime, because Fate is definitely known for having top tier animation. And we're also going to do a tier list ranking the animation studios in the anime realm. So when it comes to the show Fate, Strange Fate, which these things are always, they have so many different names. If you don't know, it's kind of like an anthology series, and they're all somewhat connected in different ways, but they are not linear. So you can watch them in different orders and stuff. So in this particular one, in the Holy Grail, they are basically, the Holy Grail in this one is a fake Holy Grail war. And that means that it's not hosted by the Magus Society. And because of that, there are a lot of anomalies, hence the name Strange Fate. So sure enough, masters and servants will show up, but because this is a fake Grail war, they are missing the servant class, which everyone knows is a pretty big class. However, it also is not set in Japan or the London branch. It's actually set in the US. So the military is doing a bunch of sneaky things to basically take power of the Grail for themselves. So overall, so before I get into it, this is actually somewhat of a teaser. It is a movie. It's 55 minutes long. You can find it on Crunchyroll. And it has already been announced that there will be an episode 2 or season 2. It's just the one movie, and it's definitely, there is no conclusion to this. So don't think that you're going to get a beginning, middle, and end of this. That is not what this is. So with that being said, did you guys overall enjoy what you got out of that?
Oh boy. So someone recommended the Fate series to me before. I never had a chance to actually get into it. So watching it for this review was really like my first step into the Fate world. Animation was pretty. I think like their spells were dope. I'm not gonna lie, I was lost for some of it. I was like, wait, what's the huh? Okay, so wait, why is she and you and so I was a little confused, but visually it was nice.
What about you, Shar?
So I enjoyed it as well. Someone did also introduce me to the Fate series. I'm just now getting into it, but in like Asia, I was a little confused on some parts because I was like, who? But but I did enjoy it. Visually, it is stunning.
Mhm.
Yeah, like I'm gonna watch all of them. I think I started with Fate Zero was the one that I started with, but
Okay.
I'll probably go through the whole anthology of all the Fate series after this.
Mhm.
So one thing that I noticed about this one, because I also was somewhat confused in different parts,
What?
which caught me off guard. I know, right? It did catch me off guard, because the Fate series, you're supposed to kind of be able to, for the most part, pick up anywhere, and they typically explain the Holy Grail War and then move on from there. But this particular one, it's clear that you have to have seen at least some of the other ones just to understand what the Grail War is. And
Mhm.
not just that, but in particular, I believe you have to watch um, Fate. It was the which Fate was it? Because I know the name of Fate. You have to see Fate Zero, where they do the fourth war, because the chaos from the third war is what they keep referencing in this particular movie. And so in this movie, they say that the guy that creates this fake Grail War, he uses the third Grail War as a template, which was basically the most chaotic Grail
Mhm.
War in the series. It had a lot of anomalies, and that is one of the reasons why in this one we do not have a saber class. So I personally enjoyed the visuals. I am not used to this particular animation that they used in this one. It looked very, I wish that I could explain it. It looked almost like it was more hand drawn than heavily animated compared to what
Oh.
we're used to. Like Ufotable typically does the Fate series, and I guess the last couple of series was done by A1 Productions. And so what you typically get from the Fate series is something closer to the Demon Slayer type
Ah.
animation. That is really where Demon Slayer got it from, is the Fate series. So I didn't dislike it. I still enjoyed it. I thought it was really beautiful, but I did miss that aspect of the animation where it looked a little bit more fluid. Now when it comes to the story, I personally started on Fate Unlimited Blade Works. So I kind of bounced around because I saw Unlimited Blade Works first, then I watched the regular Fate Stay Night, and then I watched Fate Zero. And so, but you can literally watch any of those three in any particular order, because Unlimited Blade Works is very similar to the regular Fate Stay Night, where it's similar to how they do Helsing and Helsing Ultimate, or Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. There's a little bit more into it, but for the most part, it's the same
Okay.
story. So you can watch any of those three. And there were characters in this one that differed, but some that were the same. So I liked it as a teaser. I can say that. I'm definitely
Mhm.
hoping for more. It has been announced that we're going to get another one. They just haven't released the date yet. So everybody, you have more than enough time to get out there and check this out. So with this, the show starts out pretty actually pretty quickly
Mhm.
for a movie. I didn't expect it to get that gritty. You see a guy that's sent from the Mages Association called Rongo and his pupil Faldius, and they're basically scoping out the landscape because certain class heroes are popping up in different directions. People are starting to summon their heroes, and
Mhm.
Faldius is actually a spy. So this is Faldius, and let me tell you guys, finding these pictures for these characters was the hardest thing I have done ever. I don't know if it's because it's still fresh, but finding these kids, like even the wiki page, like just has like the hand drawn version. I was like, golly, but I digress. Claudius, he is a he is a U.S. spy, and just like the U.S., they always up to no good. They doing some shit, and that's literally what this character is. And like that's really how you put it. And he is. They get very quick into the action where you find out that he's a spy. He murks some people. You find out he's a spy, and you realize that they want to take the power for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just kind of keep going along. So you're going to see a couple of different characters. This character is Lord Elmalloy. And
Say
since
that 10
Ace, you
times
haven't.
fast.
Say that again.
I said, say that 10 times fast.
I know, right? They always shit on the US. Okay, so if you don't, you haven't seen the anime, any of the other ones, but this character is actually Water Velvet from Fate Zero. So he is actually the master of the rider class, and he's actually one of the only lone survivor. Actually, I want to say he is the last survivor of that Fate series, and so it was interesting to see him. I didn't recognize who he was until they kind of got into the story. Did you recognize him, Shar, when you saw it? Because you saw Fate Zero, Fate State
Not
Zero.
when he first came on. I did not. I was still a little lost because, like I said, but yeah. Once it got more into it, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I didn't realize it until there's something that made like I guess he's supposed to be the main character because they seem to focus on him a bit, but I'm not
Mhm.
100% sure he is going to be the a main character, and that's this kid called Flat and
Can I just say
Lord
he looks like
El
Meliodas?
Mello. Say that again.
He looks like Meliodas. Like, it throws me off.
Uh, he acts nothing like Meliodas though, so aside from being somewhat childish,
Right.
but this character you don't realize who that Lord El Meloy is water velvet until he says something that resonates with being friends with the heroes, which is kind of like a taboo. Typically, you use them to do your bidding, and that's it. So, what did you think so far of like what did y'all think of the character design? Because we have a couple of characters, and I'm just gonna flash them off because not everybody needs to really be highlighted right now.
I love the
She
pink
was
hair.
cute
Is
and
that pink?
crazy.
No, that's white.
It's
I can still go for a white
mm,
hair character.
she's crazy as hell.
Mm, yeah.
Just from the little part that we saw, you can tell that she's going to be a problem. And she's clearly not who she appears because one of the other characters calls her an old hag. So I'm assuming that maybe she's won the war in the past and asked for youth or something because she's clearly not who she appears.
Not at all. Nothing about that screams old hag.
Right. But he did it, and you could tell that that man did not like her. He also seems to be trying to control how the the war goes, just like some of the other people. So if I had just somebody here, it'd be Krishan with the steel chair. All righty. And moving right along, chaotic. So we also have Orlando Reeve, which he's a interesting character. He looks good. I want to know more about him.
Yeah.
Why are you making that face, Shark?
I'm trying to see.
Oh yeah, because this is not that big. It's the guy that's like over the police force, the mage police force.
I think I liked him.
Yeah.
Wasn't he on screen?
I'm blind, y'all. Um, I think I liked him. I want them to go a little more. I want to see more of him. So yeah, but I liked him.
Yeah, I definitely want to see more of him. They didn't give you really any background on any of these characters, to be honest.
Yeah.
Um I'm assuming that's what they're trying to get towards. But here's another one that his name's Longo. You don't really know who any of these people are, to be honest. Teenage, she comes in like a Hellcat.
Mm-hmm.
She
That's what
comes in and
threw
is
me.
like, let's just say this girl ends up making a contract with your favorite Fate character. I know it's your favorite character because it's everyone's favorite character aside from Saber, and that is Mr. Gilgamesh. He is in this, and he is still Gilgamesh.
What the hell is
he
introduction
is
into this?
he is exactly how you're used to seeing him, and she has managed to gain him by stealing him from someone else, and
I'm
she
not even
does
gonna
it in a
spoil
pretty interesting way. So you definitely gotta watch that, and that all happens within like the first 15 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
that.
So,
It started with a bang.
and I'm gonna show you some of the other characters. So this is Assassin, and as you see, you see nothing typical of like an assassin character.
Hmm.
We have we have Caster, and this is a false caster. And they haven't really gone into detail on what that means, but hence the fake thing. I'm I'm under the impression that he is not a natural caster. He is someone that was created, kind of like a homunculi.
Mm.
Okay, so
And
are
then
those his lips or
hmm,
his teeth?
those are his teeth.
I'm trying to figure
Yeah,
out what's
those
going
are
on
his
with
teeth.
that.
I couldn't tell you. I
Okay,
really could not tell you.
it's an interesting
But I
look.
know he's a chaotic man. So we're definitely I think he's going to be an interesting player later on down the line. We also have Saber. This is the new
Mm.
Saber, and cute, and he's blonde, so it tracks. But nothing too crazy about him. We literally know nothing about him. But the one that interested me was Berserker, because this is all we see when it comes to Berserker and who he is, which you can see. It says Jack the Ripper, which we've talked about this. I told you everybody when we did the Record of Ragnarok review. I love stories about Jack the Ripper. He's so interesting to me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm really interested to see what type of hero he is supposed to be. So this is the only form that we've ever seen him in. And also we got another character from another Fate series, which is
Of course.
Enkidu, which we saw in which you see in Fate Grand Order and the Babylonian one, because there's literally 8 million Fates. So can literally just go there and spend a good month easily
I
just
was gonna
watching
say.
all the animes. Oh yeah, yeah, it's good, and I think it has a little something for everybody. This character is technically a god, and so seeing this character in this particular Grail War caught me off guard because I was like, at least the other time you saw it, there was other gods in Babylonia that were main characters. So this one, this was the only true god that's a part of it. Are they any homunculus? I believe that Castor is a homunculus, but I'm not 100% sure. Also, there is a chimera, and it is a wolf, and
Yeah.
somehow the wolf was able to become one of the Grail War participants and actually summoned a god, actually summoned Enkidu. So that is a major twist because we've never seen animals in this show before or anything kind of half animal. So that was
Hmm.
definitely a plot twist. Then I will just say that there's a random showing of a random person that we don't know who that person is fully, but this is what the character looks like. So you can watch it and figure out if you know who this character is, who this character is supposed to be. But they do not outright say who the person is. But I think a lot of people that watch the Fate series may have an idea of who this person may be. Did
So
you like the pacing of it?
I didn't expect to get into it that quickly. I was
Mm.
like, again, I don't want to give nothing away. So I was just like, oh, you and her. And I was like, okay, sure. Let's get into it. Like,
Mm.
there was no like prepping for it. It just jumped right into it. I was like, oh. So I'm sure I'll understand stuff a lot better once I view
Other
things.
parts of the series.
Yeah. I was like, it's so amazing. I've referred to this. As far as
It's
pacing,
really
I
a
wasn't.
whole franchise. It's
Yeah.
huge. And it's based off of games, actually, like light novels and games.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, I'm so far behind on that. Ooh.
What did you think about the pacing?
I thought the pacing was good in the beginning. Like she said, it does start off kind of like quick, but there was also parts I thought were kind of like a little slower. But overall, I think it worked for the way they told the story. Like there was fast parts, there was slow parts. It worked for it.
Hey, Craig.
Damn, is this your normal programming? Yes, hence why I always tell you when I'm on your show that I be up till like 4 a.m. with your 4 hour long shows.
Ooh.
Yes, because it's later here. But I liked the pacing. I'm glad that they got into it because I kept looking at the time on it and I was like, dang, I only got like 20 minutes left. I'm like, this is crazy. Like,
Yeah.
what are we gonna get like in such a short time span? I think I thought when we decided to watch this that it was going to be more of like how a lot of other anime movies are. I thought it was
Hmm.
going to be like an actual full movie. I didn't realize it was going to be more of like a teaser that they basically put episode one in movie format. And I
Yeah.
kind of just wish that, and even when you go to Crunchyroll, it says movie, but then it also says season one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
so
I
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
the wrong part to say.
I was like, oh, okay. I'm excited about it. I will definitely have to Google how it's here. It's 2023, and we don't. You know what? I'm not one of those people that look for people that look like me in every form of animation that I watch because I just think that's not realistic. Even in 2023, we have seen characters in the past in the Fate series that look to be of different descent and stuff like that.
But
But I don't. You want to know one of the reasons why I'm not super mad about it is because Fate, which BMT said, Fate has an excellent track record when it comes to having strong female characters. They are known for having really strong, really powerful female characters. Saber is typically the number one that you see, but they have characters like Ren Tosaka, and they have a couple of different gods that were female, and in the Fate granddaughter Babylonia and stuff like that. So I am like, at least I don't see y'all just like dying or being completely useless. All of them are very strong, either mages or reincarnated heroes. So I take certain things with a grain of salt.
can't be mad at it.
Like I can't have it my way. If I wanted it my way, I guess I'd have to create something. So
Shaka Zulu would be a.
okay, I'm not gonna get distracted. So if you had to rank it as a first episode, let's not consider it a movie. Let's call it a first episode. What do you want to go back for more? And if so, like let's just say out of five, what would you give it and why?
Out of
Um,
five,
Mm-hmm.
I'll go Ace.
she's
She's like, no,
like, it ranks higher because of animation and a little bit of the story. So, least, a I'll give it shoot. Okay, so I'm stuck between like if I actually want to stick to a 3.5 or knock it down a couple points just for me not being able to follow the story.
mm-hmm. which is understandable because typically in the Fate series, they give you more. They actually typically in the beginning of the movies or the shows, they will give you kind of like a breakdown of how the war happened, the
Yeah.
previous Grail War happened,
Mm-hmm.
and they still kind of give you explanation throughout the show on how the Grail War works. So I definitely think they missed an opportunity when it comes to that. Everything
That
Aisha
probably
ranks has a
BMT.
damn point five. I keep telling you she loves her decimal points.
Absolutely. Um, so you know what? Because BMT want to say something, I'm gonna make it a 3.25, sir. How about that?
There you go.
Okay. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a solid. I'm gonna give it a solid four.
Okay.
Four. Yeah,
Why?
I'm gonna do four. Um, maybe it's because I did watch another Fate that like I get a little more. This was.
Hmm.
It's been a minute because I think the Fate Zero came out in like 20. Um,
Oh, it's been a minute.
yeah, so it's been a while. So like this reintroduction, it was a little hard for me to follow still. So, but
Yeah.
I do find the series very interesting.
Okay.
So I look
No, I
forward to
completely
it.
agree. No, I get it. Cause just let her
Thank
have a
you.
four. No, for real.
I
No,
thought my
I just
decimals. I'm
wanted to
gonna give
know
it a
why.
4.
I just wanted to know why because I'm gonna give it the exact same thing as someone that loves the Fate series, and but I have not watched every Fate. I can honestly say I probably haven't watched the last three in its entirety. I want to say the last one I watched was Fate Granddaughter Babylonia, which came out in 2019. I'm pretty sure they've had two others since then. And I never finished Babylonia. The last one I think I watched in its entirety was Apocrypha. So I've probably watched about four different ones. And you got to remember, Fate Stay Night and Fate Stay Night UBW are basically the same thing. So that counts as one, in my opinion. And then I watched Fate Zero, Apocrypha, Babylonia. I want to say there was one more. I know I've watched a couple of the movies, but I was still pretty confused. I was like, what's happening? I knew that this was something that I was going to have to go back and rewatch because I felt like I had missed
Yeah,
some things. And I don't know if it was just because I didn't have the same level of focus that I typically have when I watch anime when I watch this, just because I had other things going on. But I still, and I had to give it a ding just because it's not the animation that I'm used to from them. But I couldn't give it a full ding because I still thought it was really beautiful. So I would probably give it like a 4 point. No, I think I'm gonna stick with a four. Just the confusion and the slight animation difference that threw me off. So I'll give it a four. And I'll definitely be checking it out when they come out with more. I will be sure to rewatch every Fate leading up to that. So I'm not out here looking confused because they've definitely added some things to this Grail War. And
yeah.
if you don't already know the process, you're going to be really confused. So
Ooh, that's a
that
good question.
what was the question? I think that they always try to drop the anime around the time they drop the game or the manga. It's possible. I don't know if the game has a release date yet. If you had to start someone off on a Fate series, which one would you offer, ladies? I'll just go first since I'm already talking, and I'm going to say Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works because it's my favorite. It's my favorite. It has all of the best characters in it, in my opinion, and yeah, that's the reason. Technically, based off of the storyline, Fate Zero is the beginning of it's the very first Grill War. But Fate Zero did not come out before Fate Stay Night or
Right.
Fate Unlimited Blade Works. It came out third.
See,
So it came out third as a prequel. It's basically like when they have a show that you've been watching and they decide to give you a prequel randomly or whatever. So you can watch the prequel first if you prefer. But I think that it's more interesting if you watch UBW first and then the Fates and then Zero, because I think that it makes it, all of the characters in Unlimited Blade Works have this mystery about them. A lot of like the major players have this mystery about them that is ruined if you watch Zero first, in my opinion.
hmm. So that would be something good to put on the page, maybe like a watch order, a recommended watch order.
That's how I did it when I first watched it. I no, when I think Zero came out, I pulled up a watch order and they told me that I could watch it kind of these like first three you can watch in any way you wanted to. And I'd already started Unlimited Blade Works and I was like, okay, I'm gonna stick to it. And so then I watched that and then I went back and watched Stay Night to see what was different. And then I watched Zero. Okay, so I'll put up a list later about would you recommend Unlimited Blade Works? Because you watched Zero um, as well. Would you choose to do that again first? Because I may just be biased.
um, having started off with Zero, um, see, I was gonna say Fate Stay Night. I'd probably say Fate Stay Night, and then I'd say Zero,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'd say watch the one you because
Unlimited
that's the
Blade
movie,
Works.
right?
No, Unlimited Blade Works is a show. Um, Literally, it's just kind of how they did Helsing and Helsing Ultimate. So a lot of the storyline is pretty much the same, but there's extra animation, there's extra attention to detail and depth in parts of the story in
Mhm.
Mm.
Unlimited Blade Works than there is in Stay Night.
Oh, so yeah, I'd probably either stick to order it came out or do that. I do
Yeah.
the, yeah, I do that.
I think you can't go wrong with going in the order that it came out or starting at zero. It just depends on what you want to do. You're going to see more of the characters that you see in Unlimited Blade Works and other versions of Fate than you do some of the characters that you'll see in Fate Zero. So a couple
Okay.
of the characters that you see in Fate Zero are only going to be in Fate Zero, and then some of them you're going to see in other capacities and how they got there, who they are, and stuff. So honestly, you can't go wrong. I liked the mystery of it.
Mm.
Um, like you know that this person's a bad guy, but you don't really know much about it, and then you go watch Zero, and you're like, oh damn, oh he like
Right.
a bad guy, and this is how he got here. Oh okay, all right, and so it like puts together all the pieces from UBW, so you can go either way. So be sure to check that out. It's on Crunchyroll. Like I said, it's 55 minutes long, so it's
Mhm.
easy breezy. You can kill it in one sitting. The animation is still very much stunning. And yeah, I would recommend that you at least brush up on your Fate lore before going into this movie, just so you're not slightly confused. But it was definitely a good watch.
Mhm.
But now that we have gotten the review out of the way, my hair keeps getting stuck on my nails. That's why I keep doing this. So we're going to get into our personal favorite visually stunning anime. So I'm going to drop up everybody's list and we're going to go down the line. I mean, let's just say, who wants to go first? Who just loves their list so damn much that they're like, I want to show off my shit. Okay, we're
I have
starting.
no problem
Okay,
going
so we're gonna start with Aish. So, and they are color coordinated by our favorite colors. So, so you're up
Oh
first. I
yes,
could have made these bigger, but my bad.
yes.
I'll read yours off, Shar. I got you.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, so this is her list. So tell us. Let's go from five
Okay,
to one instead
so
of
it was
one.
hard ranking them. So this is more so my top five overall, not necessarily in
Mm-hmm.
that order because I'm not gonna lie, I kept moving them around. But
Mm-hmm.
five, I had Fire Force just because just some of the fire scenes, like the elements that they use, like visually, are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Food Wars because
Who doesn't like looking at food?
it's food, it's colorful, it's in your face. All the like little ways they kind of like describe how people are feeling about the food. That was awesome. Um, Akame got killed. Oh, I love that one.
That's my shit, man.
Oh, I loved it so much. That one's self-explanatory if you've seen it. Beyond the Boundary was really pretty to me. Like,
I've never seen that. When you sent that to me, I was like, "What is this?"
oh,
Tell
someone
me what this is about
okay, so I'll
because it
admit
definitely looked pretty.
it's been at least 2 years, I want to say, since I've seen it. I would probably need to brush up on it. But when I watched it, it was easy to follow. Um, the fight scenes were pretty. I think by the end, it had something to do with the moon, and it was a lot. It
You're
was a
like it
lot.
had something to do with the moon, and I loved it.
I did. I really did. That's why one of them that just jumped out at me when you said like visually stunning anime. That was one of the first ones. I can't necessarily say the story was there, like because I don't remember, but visually
Mm-hmm.
that stuck out. And then of
Yeah.
course, Demon Slayer. We have all seen Demon Slayer. Come on. Every time they do a breathing technique, it's on point between the fire, the water, the lightning, or thunder. Like, oh, anything that can just like grab your eye and keep you like visually tuned in is amazing for me. And that
Mm-hmm.
was one of the upper ones.
Yeah. So this is a quick picture of all the anime that she just listed. So if none of those, if you didn't recognize them, this is what they look like, and it's I everything on your list. Um, I love aside from Beyond the Boundary just because I haven't seen it.
Mm-hmm.
But looking at the cover photo, it looks like it's visually stunning. So I feel like it would be something that if I came across the poster, because I'm one of those people, it's like food. If the poster looks interesting enough, then I drop it in my watch list. And so when I'm looking for something that I'm like, okay, let me drop this in. So I definitely will be putting that on my watch list tonight. I may
Uh,
even watch it tonight.
I'm not gonna lie, I tried to look it up again because I wanted to refresh for it.
Hmm.
And I had to go to YouTube. It was no longer on Funimation or Crunchyroll, so I don't know what they did with it, but you should be able to find it at least on YouTube.
Okay. All righty. So next up, we're gonna do Char's list.
Yay!
Yay!
She took most of mine though.
You said what? Okay, yeah. So tell them this because so we have a group chat for the show and we exchange a lot of the stuff that we are getting ready to do for the show in there. And I was like, give me your list so I can put them up. And basically half of Char's list, Aisha had already stolen. And that hurt her heart. And I was like, it can be the same. And she was like, nah, it's okay. I got other options. So which ones on Aisha's list were on your list?
I know Demon Slayer was one. I didn't forget all that was there already. But I know Demon Slayer, Fire
Here's her
Force.
list.
I can't
Fire
see
Force,
anything.
Food Wars, Akame got killed, Beyond the
Akame
Boundary,
got
and Demon
killed.
Slayer.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Akame got killed. Yeah, so it's those three.
Yeah, out of five,
Okay.
that's a majority.
Yeah.
Okay, so your list, you have are yours in order?
No,
Or you
mine
just
is no order. No order.
okay. So you have Hell's Paradise, Cyberpunk
Hmm.
Edge Runners, Jujutsu Kaisen, Violet Evergarden, and Princess Mononoke.
Hmm.
So why did you choose any of these?
Um, just going off visual, I think those are visually stunning. Cyberpunk, I feel like, is visually stunning in its category alone. As like a
Yeah,
cyberpunk anime, that is top tier, or like it's top tier for itself. All the other ones are just, beautifully done.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I I still haven't seen Violet Evergarden, but I've seen everything else on this list, and I can't lie, you did a good job, ma'am. This is a good list. It's a really good list, and
Yeah, I'm gonna have to add some to my watch list.
these are all of the photos, the cover photos for Char's list, and then so I guess I'm up next,
Yeah.
and here I am. So this is my list, and I don't know what happened to the photo of all the cover photos, but it's okay because they all kind of speak for themselves for the most part. No, they don't, and I'm gonna find
Okay.
that. So I was like, actually, no, they don't, and that bothers me. So my list is in. Is it in order? Yeah, this is my order 4, 5. I just kind of threw out things that popped up in my head, but this is the order based off of the ones that popped up in my head. So
Mm-hmm.
for me, Death Parade, I love everything about Death Parade. The colors when it first came out were just so eye catching for it to be a story that can come across as very gloomy. It's about to be some dark shit. You know what? It's a good thing we're live because I had some words for you. I had some words for you. So Death Parade, everything from the story to the colors, really the colors are what spoke like stood out to me. I
Mm-hmm.
like the animation style, but the colors in itself and how they decided to portray death in such a bright and colorful manner to get the point across that like death isn't the end in this story, and amongst other different themes that they have, I really appreciated that. So that's always been on my list. Ancient Magus Bride is goated. You cannot do wrong with Ancient Magus Bride. I love everything about the show. It has like this darker color scheme to it, especially in the first season,
Mm-hmm.
but the intricate details, it literally looks like they animated someone that put so much effort into hand drawing like a character or the scenery, but not in a way where it looks stencily, but the way that it looks like someone just was like, okay, this is the screen for the animation, and they drew like this beautiful, intricate drawing. Everything you get every nuance when it comes to like little pieces of hair and detail on clothing and stuff like that. I love it. It was one of the things that drew me to it. I saved it for a long time in my watch list, and then I finally watched it. And though it is a slow burn in the beginning, it cranks up. And there is a current season that just ended last anime season, and it was brilliant. It's easily one of my favorite anime right now. Promare. Promare is really cool. Promare was actually it's a movie, and I watched it in a previous group with some people. It was recommended to me. Shout out to Axel Killick. And it is literally color wise, it looks like Cyberpunk Edge Runners, but it came
Mhm.
out probably like 10 years prior.
Oh.
And so even the art style, like I'm so mad. You know what? Let me see if I can pull this up really quickly, because if I can, I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to the picture. Um, because the when you look at the photo, you can tell it's very clear that it is a part of. It almost is like the template for what they used for Cyberpunk, in my opinion. That's what it looks like to me.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. So we also have the Fate series, and like I mentioned, talking about this. Fate is
Your mic, hold on. Your mic does this like transformer thing every now and then.
Like you have
Can you
a
all right
voice
now?
changer without having a voice changer.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yeah,
you're good.
yeah, you're good.
Okay. It's probably because my AirPods shifted, and so I think my hair got in the way. But the Fate series, I love the Fate series. Like I said, the Fate series is the animation template for what we have now
Hmm.
in Demon Slayer. And so unfortunately this particular movie wasn't a great example of that, which was a letdown for me, but it is genuinely a beautiful anime. When I ask people if they like pretty anime, the anime that I recommend. If you like fight scenes and pretty animation, Fate series is it. And then last up is K Project. And will die on this hill that K Project is, sorry, you know, Siri be thinking I'm talking to her.
He is
but
listening. I swear.
Yeah, she's nosy. But K Project is definitely one of my favorite anime. I rewatch it all the time. And they have like it's based off of like these different kings, and they have all these powers, and the kings have like colored names, like the gold king, the
Hmm.
silver king, the red king, the blue king. So they show those powers in a very beautiful fluid way with those color themes. And so you can't get away from, and what's funny is the show itself kind of has this kind of overcasted color palette, kind of like what it looks like when you're outside and it's kind of
Wait,
Hold on one
overcast
second.
outside.
wait.
Jesus, what is happening? It's still acting up.
No, you're good now.
I have no idea what it's doing. Anyways, it's a great anime that has a lot of beautiful colors, and these are the photos. So as you can see, Ancient Magus Bride is the third to the right. You can just look at the picture, like the detail to his clothing and stuff like that, like all his the little magic and everything. But if you look down at the bottom, Promare, you cannot tell me that doesn't look like Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
I heard that it was kind of like the style was kind of based off of it. You can even tell just looking at this. Like, I agree, it was.
Yeah,
Like,
like when he
yeah.
stands, he looks just like David. When she's standing with her hair, it reminds me of the girl in it. Like,
Hmm.
and the colors are very similar, and it has like this it is considered like a cyberpunk theme show, so it definitely falls into the category. Um, but yeah, so those are our lists, and if you want to see them one more time, here they are, big, and we'll just sit that there for a couple of seconds so you can see that, and then we're going to get into our studio tier list. Okay, so animation studios have been doing their thing recently. They have definitely upped their game when it comes to animation, because animation is such a key part to anime and gaming as a whole. And some of these companies do a little bit of both. They produce movies, they produce shows, they produce anime, and also games. So they're really there. There's a lot of popular ones out there. And so what we decided was we chose 10 to cover, even though this one, the movie that we just did, was done by A1 Productions, and I actually did not add them. Don't know why, but I
Ooh.
didn't. Yeah, I didn't. It is what it is. But trust me, there's more than enough. The ones that I chose have a lot of heavy hitters. So we're just gonna start up, and what better way to start than with good old Mappa?
Oh,
Good old Mappa. No, that didn't work either. Let's move this way.
I love the
There
God
we
of
go.
High School. I've seen some backlash
So,
on that, but I love it.
oh, I love God of High School, but I also didn't watch the or read the webtoon,
I didn't either.
I, so that's probably why I love it compared to other people that have watched the source material. But so these are just some of the more popular anime that is from Mappa. Actually, there's something missing from here. Wait, this isn't Mappa. Is it Mappa?
Um,
Is this Mappa?
I can't
We're
say
gonna
nothing.
no, I'm gonna go to something else first, just because I want to double check that. But so we're gonna go to Studio Ghibli while I double check that.
Studio Ghibli is goaded.
I can't
Yeah.
like I don't know what you put up here, but I already know it's like S tier, like
Yes,
whatever the highest
I started with Spirited Away. This is goaded.
Yeah, so you already know Studio Ghibli has Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke, Grave of the Fireflies, which is the saddest animated movie you can ever watch on in your life.
Aw.
And Kiki's Delivery Service. So those are just a
Oh.
couple of big name ones. Obviously, Studio Ghibli has a whole plethora of amazing animated movies, but this is definitely, Studio Ghibli
Top,
over everything. I don't know
top.
if I'd go that far, but everyone's
Me,
entitled to their opinion.
it's beautiful.
Everyone's entitled to their opinion. So we're going to share my screen really quickly. Allow. Okay. So where are we putting Studio Ghibli? You said S tier?
Yes,
Whatever the highest is, yeah.
Yep, that's what that is. And so we're gonna take the little
we
buddy
all
right
knew that
here.
was a no-brainer.
Yeah, it really is a no-brainer. That's like you can't do much. It's Studio Ghibli. Like Spirited Away was the only time I was happy to go to the library to watch a movie. Hey, whatever gets you to the library.
Right?
If y'all don't know, me and him are friends. I promise I don't treat random people like that. Okay. Okay, so next up we have Studio Perio, which has the great Bleach, Naruto, Yu Yu Hakusho, Ranking of Kings, and Yono of the Dawn, and a crap ton more. Basically, anything you watched in the '90s that was that you still watch today came from Studio Perio.
Mhm.
So, animation wise, I have a question. So,
Mm.
some of these are like, for instance, Studio Period, where a lot of their stuff is like Bleach now has the newer Bleach, so you can go based off of that artwork. But stuff like Naruto, which has an older one, I think we have to take into account the type of animation that they were able to produce in its time,
Mm-hmm.
as
Mhm.
well as,
I mean, this is still up there.
yeah, it's up there. I just
Yeah.
wanted to put that out there.
Thank you.
Where would you put it?
If we're not gonna goad it into S tier, definitely A. It doesn't belong anywhere below that.
I don't know, man. Though Ranking of Kings has a different type of art style, I still think it's really cool. Like, it works for the show. I feel like
Mhm.
Studio Perio does a good job of animating stuff to fit their stories and not just doing any type of animation.
Or what's popular.
Right. Like Bleach always looked like Bleach to me, even compared to like back in the day when Bleach and Naruto were out. I
Mm-hmm.
really loved Bleach, and there was stuff about Naruto, but we also got to remember Naruto came out when we were younger. That's a fair point. Animation when we were teens has evolved a lot. Correct. And I wanted to put the big name things. We could have used some of the newer animation, like their newer works, and a lot of these do have other newer works, but I just am not sure that that would do it justice, because Studio Perio doesn't produce as much now as it used to. But
Yeah.
Okay.
what it has produced has it to where it deserves to be on a top 10 animation list.
Mm-hmm. I think we can agree on that.
So Where do we want it? Is the question.
Oh, I gave my
Mm,
opinion. It's on you and Shar.
you said A, right? Nothing
I
lower
said
than
it
A
shouldn't
if
go
we don't
anything
put it
lower
in
than an
S.
A. Yeah.
What about you, Shar?
um, dang. I'm no, because I do agree with a lot of your points, but
It's going lower. I can tell you now. The hesitation
I had
says
a
it all.
feeling. She's like, I don't know about this.
you know, I'm actually okay putting it in A. I'm okay putting it in
Okay.
Putting it in A.
A.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
I
that
can
leaves you
put it
with
in
me.
A. I could have even went as low as B, but I wouldn't have gone
Hmm.
lower than that.
Right. Same.
Um,
Okay.
I'm gonna put it at A, and if something else goes into A, it may be
Push
like
back.
last in A.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Okay, so next up we have Studio Trigger, which has stuff like Cyberpunk Edge Runners, Little Witch Academia, Kill La Kill, and Darling in the Franxx. I can definitely say that they like to sit in they seem to sit in like kind of like mech and anything kind of futuristic. That seems to be their wheelhouse. Uh, yeah. See, the problem is Cyberpunk Edge Runners on its own
Right.
is like S tier. Just that work of art in itself deserves to be S tier. However, do we believe that that is enough to sustain it? Kill a Kill's not a bad look, it's just a unique one.
And I
So you have to
actually do.
decide.
I do kind of like Kill a Kill's art style. Like, dang. I
Mm, so I'm gonna leave this up to you guys because I haven't seen. I'm gonna be 100. Like I can't.
It's gonna have to go down just because, like I said, Kill a Kill, it's not bad. It's just very interesting. I feel like either you love it or you hate it, the art style.
true.
I am closer to love than I am hate with it.
But I can't rate something I don't know.
True.
Well, visually looking
Let me
at the
think. This
pictures,
is
what would
Studio
you rate
Trigger.
it?
That's not
Just
fair
looking at
either
the
because the pictures look amazing. So I could be like, "Ooh, it's S tier," and then I actually get into the anime and I'm just like, "Yo,
yeah,
what
that's
is
true.
this?"
This looks horrible.
Like,
Okay,
what did I
let me
sign
see
up
if I can
for?
find some other let me see if I can find some other anime that you would recognize from Studio Trigger and then we can go from there. Cuz maybe that'll help you out if I give you another anime that they've done.
I'm not gonna. I tried, and they're just
I'm a,
they haven't been on my radar, unfortunately.
yeah, I was just going to say I'm not going to lie. I think the reason I had just these 4 was because I didn't recognize any other name outside of like the SSS dot denizen and SSSS dot whatever, like the Gridman, like those movies. Aside from
Hmm.
that, Kisnaver. That's about
Hmm.
it. But they're all kind of the same art style, in my opinion.
Okay.
Oh well, Promare is on that, but same art style.
Wait, what
So
happened? Oh, yeah, no,
let's just choose. Are we putting it at C? Or are we putting it at B?
C.
Did you say C?
I really, I personally like their art style. If we're doing C or B, I'm
I
putting it at B.
okay. I can do B. I'm cool with that. Come on back down here. Okay. Well, since that popped up, we'll just do toy animation.
Oh,
Guys, you already know about toy animation. Like, actually, let me take this. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. Um, what did I just do?
those are classics.
Yeah. So these are absolutely classics, and it won't let me put us anywhere. That works. Oh,
Yeah.
there we go. So One Piece, the whole franchise is done by them. Sailor Moon, greatness. The Dragon Ball series, great list. Mononoke, greatness. When it comes to animation, even for its time, I still feel like people have their feelings about certain things, animation wise, in Dragon Ball Z, and I just kind of ignore that because well, One Piece originally the animation wasn't
Mm-mm.
it
I
Mm-mm.
wasn't
will.
it,
No,
it wasn't.
it
Honestly, I
wasn't.
would think Sailor Moon and Monoki had the best animation out of the four that's up here. But these are just examples of what toy animation can do and has done. So where we, it's high for me. If for no other reason, nostalgia.
I was gonna
The
say, is
question is how
nostalgia
high.
is what's carrying this one? Because
Mm,
I'll admit, as much as I love Sailor Moon and One Piece, um, I mean, I guess for the animation back then, it was good, but it's kind of hard to just completely just like write it off like, oh, it was back then. We're just gonna focus on back then because everything's so amazing now.
okay, well, let's think about like Dragon Ball Super, which is still toy
Hmm.
animation. That's pretty new. So we got stuff like UI and Ultra Instinct and all that stuff. So visually, they can hold up. And then you got to remember, this isn't just old One Piece. This is still current One Piece. Like the current One Piece is still done by toy animation.
Okay, so I would say A or S.
Mm, I think I'm leaning towards B, but it would be before Studio Trigger.
Before Studio Trigger?
Oh, she's saying
Yeah,
after.
it's
Listen,
not happening.
listen.
I'm gonna let y'all
I
take
don't
down
think
for
that
that
can
one.
happen. Like, now I gotta give Studio Trigger some props for doing a lot of different things. S not lower than A, and we got an S. See, I think it deserves to be high. Who's bribing the panel?
What were? Oh yeah, I
Nobody.
didn't see
But
it.
Shar does not like it, and neither does
Yeah,
Ace.
I don't. It's
No,
not that
I
I don't
said
like
A
it.
or S. Don't
It's
don't
not
do
that I
B.
don't like it. I just asked the question. That's all I did. I
Oh,
didn't give
I
no
thought you were
opinion.
judging. I thought you were like in front of
Well, I
Studio
mean,
Trigger. How dare
the
you?
one that made my cyberpunk is a little lower, so I'm feeling away. But um,
I want to give them S tier just because of Cyberpunk. But anybody can have one good show with good
right,
animation and then not be great at everything else.
that's
So do I
definitely
think
fair.
that they're going to hopefully give us more moving forward? Absolutely. If they do anything half of what they did with Cyberpunk, we're going to get great animation from this, and I feel like we'll be coming back to this tier list again in a year or so. But based off of the other works that have already been out, I don't think that it deserves to be any higher than B. I don't know if we could you honestly give it an A just based off of Cyberpunk alone. I don't know if that's fair because that's like if I mean, Ufotable only had Demon Slayer, but then
Right.
everything else was like trash anime.
Exactly. That's very true. Um, what is this? Who's the first? I can't tell who the first one you said was. The
The
blue
first
one.
what?
What's his first
That's
picture?
one. That's One Piece.
Okay.
So all of One Piece, all of Dragon Ball, all of Sailor Moon, and Mononoke. Sailor Moon is A plus alone. Dragon Ball was B plus. Dragon Ball Z is A minus. Dragon Ball Super is S. And One Piece went from B to A. So I gotta like Cyberpunk for you to leave Toy. Fine, damn it.
Nah. I I can put this in A.
You put it in A.
Yeah.
A it is. And that was who
I
was
can't
that? I done
see. I
forgot
gotta
about that.
like remember things.
Is it before? Is it above or behind Studio Ghibli?
It
That's the
has.
question of the
Listen,
day.
we're talking about visual. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put it behind.
I
I
said
would say behind as
overall,
well.
but yeah,
You said what? You said what?
not just visually, just overall. Because visual
Yeah,
Yeah,
does help, but yeah, the quality
it
too.
goes behind. Yeah.
yeah, it goes behind. So next up, let's go to good old Wit Studio. Nope, that's not it. What is this? Because I already did Ranking Kings. That's listed wrong, but okay, it's fine. We're okay. Let's go to Ufotable.
Um, I remember you photo.
The only thing
Good
I've
old
seen up there
Ufotable.
is Demon Slayer.
You
Well,
said
I
what?
mean, yes, technically, I've seen a movie from Fate series now and Demon Slayer. I have not seen God Eater.
God Eater's really good. I love God Eater. So underrated.
Did he say C? Is that a C I see?
Who just said
Oh,
C?
Is that a
BMT?
C?
Wild, wild behavior. Ain't no way. And
How you put us? And you want to talk about bribery?
this
Why is
is
C the only
easily,
letter I can
honestly, this
see?
is S tier. Like Fate, it has Fate, God Eater, and um Demon Slayer, and I easily put it in S. In my opinion, it's S, and it may even be above Studio Ghibli. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Mm,
Oh.
mm,
Oh, the world's gonna end.
mm. Before Studio Ghibli? I guess visually, yes, but
Yes, because
everything
remember,
else
this
is
is this
just
is this is based off of animation alone. So
animation
we can
alone.
love the shows, but
Mm,
I'm just the shows are up here to give you example of some of their best work. So what I did was I researched like some of these companies' top rated anime, and that's what we got. Y'all burned my dreams. Okay, so for me it's an S, but there's y'all got to decide.
um,
okay, fine. Inferno Studio Ghibli. Jesus, I can't. But visually, if we're talking about just animation, then yes.
Why do you not want to? First off, you put Demon Slayer on your top favorite list, and then you're questioning if it should go into S tier.
No. S is
Explain.
great, but before Studio, and it's only because of animation that I'm saying it should go above it.
It should.
Just
We're not talking
based off
about
animation.
storylines because we all know that up until last season, Demon Slayer was mid. Aside from the animation, we don't have to front. And Fate, the Fate series is a hit or miss. Sometimes you love it. Sometimes it's like I didn't hate it, but it wasn't my favorite. Don't let her pressure you, child. I'm not pressuring. I'm just stating facts, people. I'm just trying to. I'm looking out. I'm just trying to help. But one thing I can say though is these are probably like 3 out of the 5 or 6 top rated anime for Ufotable. Aside from what Ufotable, like the shows that Ufotable is known for,
Mm-hmm.
you can't point out what was done by Ufotable. So I can say that. But I still feel like just what they've been able to do with just these three in themselves deserve to be up there. But Aisha's questioning her life. I mean, not Ace Char is questioning her life. She's like, I don't know. I just
I
don't
don't
know.
blame her because
I just
I
don't know.
could. So, okay. I could put it in S tier, but I can't put it before SG.
see, it was tormenting.
And
Like,
is
going
it
back and
because of the
forth
animation or is it because you love Studio Ghibli?
because it
It's
feels
both.
blasphemous to do so.
I feel like even throughout the years, you know how there's things that are like classic, like they're always gonna look beautiful. That's what SG is. Like it's always it's 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 timeless. It's beautiful all since the beginning. So I just don't
I
think
can give
there's
you that. It is a classic. Like you always know what you're gonna get when it comes to Studio Ghibli. So for that reason alone, since I agree with you on that, I will put it behind Studio Ghibli, but in front of Toy.
okay.
Which one is that again? Ufotable?
I think so.
Yeah, so Ufotable goes right there. I don't know why I have Mappa up here twice, but photos. Hold on. 1, 2, 3,
B and
4,
T
5,
filter is real
6,
reckless
7,
tonight.
8, 9. We're missing one.
Oh, the first one you did, and then you said something was wrong with it, so we just skipped over it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to it. I was looking at the tier list and I was missing. Is it Kyoto? No, I have no idea which one it is. Anyways, let's go with Wit Studio. So this was correct. I put Ranking of Kings on one of those other ones by accident. Um, Wit
Mhm.
Studio has stuff like Vinland, the whole Attack on Titan series, aside from the final season. The final season of Attack on Titan. Actually, no. Let me clarify. The final season of Attack on Titan is done through Mappa, and the second season of Vinland Saga is done through Mappa. But first season of Vinland, everything else in Attack on Titan, Ranking of Kings, and Spy Family were all done by Wit Studio. So you
Mm.
cannot include this last season, the final season of Attack on Titan, and you can't consider season 2 of Vinland Saga in making your choice.
So the end.
Um,
Wait. Say that again. You what part of Vinland Saga?
So the second season of Vinland Saga, so what just came out, is
Uh
done
huh.
by Mappa. And the
Okay.
final season of Attack on Titan, so everything that we've gotten in the past like 2 years, is that was done by Mappa as well.
Okay.
But majority of everything and from Attack on Titan is through Wit outside of this past season.
so painting Aaron as the villain is which studio?
Painting Aaron as a villain. Well, technically, Aaron started becoming a villain with
Yeah.
Wit. He didn't get to when he started like committing genocide. That was Mappa.
Okay, yeah, thank you. That's what I meant. Like when, ooh,
Wit also has the Ancient Magus Bride. They also have Seraph of the Inn. They have Vivi, the Great Pretender, Cabanari of the Iron Fortress. They Wit. I did not realize how much Wit did that I actually liked.
Um,
Contemplating life right now. did not think this was going to be this hard. This is hilarious. This is hilarious.
Um.
Why is this so hard?
Okay, A or low. I mean, or high B. Either way, I'm good.
A or low B high? Mm. Y'all know Attack on Titan's like one of my favorite anime of all time, so
Mine too.
it's up there. Yeah.
It
Oh,
is up there, but I don't feel like the rest of it supported to be higher than that.
Vinland Saga was beautiful, but then now I'm trying to figure out if it was which animators it was.
It was
But
season one.
it was
Season one was greatness. Season two, animation wise, in my opinion, well, Mappa does a good job, but I personally like the animation better
yeah,
in season one, but I enjoyed the story in season two.
same. Um, no, I love my ranking of Kings and Spy Family. Um, I put it in A. I think
You
they
said
did
you'll put it
well
in
in
the A?
A. Yeah.
Okay. And that, which one is that? Who is that? Oh, that's Wit. That's what I'm missing. Okay. For now, I'm just gonna put this random Mappa up there until I replace it. But
Okay.
that's Wit Studios, guys.
We know, they know, it's all good.
Yeah, because this whole time I was trying to figure out what animation studio I was missing on that thing, and that's what it was. Oh well, y'all didn't get to see it, but yeah. So where it says Mappa is now, it's actually Wit Studio. Okay, so who do we have left? We have, well, let's just do Mappa and let's get that out the way. Okay, Mappa. So for Mappa, this was correct. Yuri on Ice. Why is Spy Family up here? Maybe because of another season? Maybe that's why.
Hmm.
Um, we have Kakaguri, Yuri on Ice, God of High School. I don't know.
Um.
Oh, and then don't forget, I did not put them up there because they're givens, but you already know they have the Dark Trilogy. So they have Hell's Paradise, they have Jujutsu Kaisen, they have Chainsaw Man.
Okay. I was like,
That is Mappa. I
what?
didn't put them up there because they were givens, and I just knew that I wasn't going to forget them, so I just threw that up there. But these are some of their other works.
I
I cannot.
know.
How can you give it a B?
I
Literally,
know
the Dark
DMC didn't
Trilogy
get
in
mad.
itself, just the Dark Trilogy in itself is excellent animation. Hell's Paradise, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Chainsaw Man have
Mm-hmm.
excellent animation. Spy Family is crispy, okay? Like good bacon in the morning. It's crispy. And then the God of High School,
They for it.
though it is a different art style, it works perfectly for the anime.
Yes, it does.
For me, Mappa is easily S
S
tier.
tier.
Definitely.
You
Unanimous.
said definitely.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. I love it when. Okay, are we put it? Okay, we're gonna put it in front of you, foldable, or behind you, foldable.
In front.
Okay, just checking, just checking. Just checking. Okay, next up is Kyoto Animation.
Hmm.
And so they have everything from Silent Voice, Free, Clanad, um, K On, Evergarden, and Full Metal Panic.
Oh, Violet. Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, that's it. Mm-hmm.
For me, I know it's going to be higher for sure because she had Violet Evergarden on there,
Yeah.
and A Silent Voice is similar to Violet Evergarden as well.
Yep.
In the and Clannad has similar animation to Full Metal Panic, but it's not high for me. I'm gonna be honest. But I also, like I said, I haven't seen Violet Evergarden, so I can't say if the show itself. Actually, the style when I look at the photo of Violet Evergarden reminds me of Ancient Maid's Blood, and so if the animation is similar to that, then it's high. If Freeze animation is similar to Yuri on Ice, it's high. But
My baby at what is this thing?
mm,
Hmm.
I'm gonna be honest. This may be our. It depends on what you say, Sharba. For me, it could be our first C.
Dang.
Jesus, I thought her chest was gonna cave in on that one.
She stopped breathing for a second there. She was like, "How dare you?"
You hurt her heart with that. Jesus.
I did. I'm sorry, girl, but
I
you
mean,
better pull out.
even Violet by itself was like that was beautiful. Um,
See, not a fan. Please, I cash app you. Put my baby at A. You can cash at me. It's Hugh AJ $1 or $ Hugh AJ1. Go in and hook that up. When I see a reasonable amount ding on here, I'll put it wherever you want me to put it.
Just make sure it's enough to go 3 ways. Well, 2 ways because she already up there.
um, hmm.
I ain't got nothing yet, so
You
I'm
could
where's
just put it
where
at
where where where, where would
C.
you put it, Aish? Because we're probably gonna have to go somewhere in between, depending on what you say.
I'm gonna be honest. Like none of this I geek out to, so
Right.
it's not looking good, Shaw.
Right. I think you may have to just take this C and be thankful that we didn't put it lower.
Dang.
I'm so sorry. I'm so
I
sorry.
mean,
Before the end
even
of this year,
even
I will watch Violet Evergarden, and
or
if it
even
blows me away,
have you watched A Silent Voice?
nope, it sits right there
That's
with
probably one of the
Violet
only ones
Fight
Evergarden.
that
for your animation studio. Fight for it.
I think that well, just even animation alone, I think you should watch it because I think the stories are beautiful. But
Okay,
dang,
A Silent Voice is on my watch list.
especially my
Extortion
anime
landing.
color. Would you
I
settle
don't know,
for
my friend.
B at least? The end of
Okay.
B. Okay. Let's
Yeah,
type
okay.
it.
I can give you
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
I'll give you that. Because I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are going to be like, how dare you put Violet Evergarden? Because I know how popular it is and A Silent Voice. So I'll put it in B
I
just so I don't
resonate
have
with the
to.
silent voice. That's my. That'll make you cry a little bit, you know.
I can't. I
Okay, so next up is Madhouse. And it has greats like Hunter x Hunter, How'd You Know Ippo, Death Note, Trigoon, and One Punch Man. I will follow Shar from now on this. Okay, do you?
Who said that?
That was
BMT. Yeah.
BMT, and by all means, please call her phone. Please.
Okay, so for Hunter x Hunter, Death Note, One Punch Man. Mm, I mean, animation wise, and we're not talking about stories.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Well,
it's not
we've been factoring in stories a little bit, but the main thing needs to be
The visual.
animation.
animation wise, it's B.
Ooh.
Story wise, if you like
Really?
stories, yeah, it goes up higher. But just off animation alone, it's B.
Well, this also has Parasite the Maxim. They have Tokyo Ghoul. They have Hellsing Ultimate. They have Nana.
B plus.
Ooh.
I mean, I don't know what you want me to say.
Like, them some heavy hitters, though.
Right.
That's cool, but visually for
Monster.
me,
Like, I'm watching Monster right now, and I am so shocked that I am not, like, the animation isn't off putting because of how old it is. I'm
Mm-hmm.
really shocked about how crisp it is. And Hunter x Hunter, when you think about shows that came out in the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s, the animation in Hunter x Hunter still looks really good to this day. Like when
That's
you rewatch it.
true.
And One Punch Man is good. One Punch Man has
I
great
like
fight
One Punch
scenes and
Man,
everything.
but come on, like I'm gonna be no visually no.
What?
I get what you mean by that, as in like it's not like visually like stunning or over the top done, but it fits so well with the story. It fits so well, like just it just fits. It shouldn't be
They just
over,
do their thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Like
good
it
they're
may
good
not
at
be
this
like the most
specific.
gorgeous thing, but it looks great for the anime that you're getting.
Exactly.
And it's consistent. And it's consistent like
It
across the
is,
board. They have a lot of heavy hitters across the board.
and I hear you, girls. I do, but if I could see like going like destroy P2 in a better like visual. Oh, absolutely. Because that scene alone was just like, yo, like my guy aged himself to full on massacre you. So story wise, I'm in there. It's just even for
But
that.
like think of what's his name? Think of that. I cannot remember his name to save my life right now, but think of the old guy when he does his big ass nin ability, like that big ass gold
Oh,
Buddha hand thing. Like, come on, that is still greatness. Not just because of what he does, but like how cool it looks.
yeah.
Okay. Shari, tell me what your vote is. Aish, I'll take your vote into consideration depending on where you put it. Let's see what we average out here. So Shar,
I I would I
y'all
put it
killing
in
me.
A. I'm good with A at least.
Okay. Aish, give me your answer, Aish.
I don't think you want my answer. That's what I'm saying. Um, I'm still sitting at a B.
Baby.
I'm still, even with all the heartstrings and storylines, I'm sitting at a B.
Hmm. Okay.
You see my face, right?
That's what I'm saying. You don't want mine.
All the blinking. It's absolutely not going in B.
I know.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. You don't want
It's
it.
not going in. Wait, so you're trying to tell me because remember they have
Wait.
Bleach
Hold
and
on, hold on.
Naruto.
Hold on,
Hold
hold
on.
on.
You doing the
Sometimes
transfer?
it's like you're about to go into like a Timberland beat. Like
As messed up as it is, have y'all seen that smoking commercial where she's like, "Hi, my name is Terry."
that's what it sounds like.
That's exactly what it is.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I wonder if I dropped my AirPods in water or something. But what I was about to say was that on this list, let me move this so you guys can see this list. Studio Perio is at A. Are you trying to tell me that the greatness that is like Hunter x Hunter and Death Note and Trigun and all of that is behind the animation of One Piece and Naruto and whatever else was in that? Which was what? You're trying to tell me it's behind these?
Where's this
I
one,
don't
please?
think you want my
That's
answer,
at the
so I'm
bottom of
leaving
A.
you
So if she's saying B, it would have to be after that. And there ain't no way. Ain't no way.
alone. Man.
Okay. I'm glad that I just wanted to make sure that like I wasn't tripping. Thank you, Shar. Cause I'm like, ain't no way. It can I'll
I
give
was
it
like,
an A. I will give it an
I'll
A, but
I'll raise it
are
to
we
S to make it higher if you.
I legit
Y'all
want it
being
at an
guilty
S too, but I
serious.
can give it an A.
Okay.
I can give it an A, but it needs to be. Is it above? Is it in front of Wit Studio? Is it in the front of A? Remember, this mapper right here is actually Wit Studio.
Um.
Absolutely
Oh.
not.
Okay.
Hey, go off.
I'd probably. Mm, I might put it behind.
What?
I think you
Hmm.
said this is math. Yeah.
Let me
Yeah.
let me pull back up Wit Studio because am I tripping?
Wait. Is it
Because
Wit or
that's
is it
what's in
Mappa?
Wit.
Oh, that's
No,
not
remember it's
Mappa.
Wit. No, that's not
Okay.
the real mapper.
Okay. 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 Okay.
That's the Wit Studio.
That's what happens when they switch studios.
Yeah.
That's what happens when somehow you have two mappas saved, and so you were counting them, and you realized that you were missing Wit mid show. That's what happens. So do
Mm.
we? So you still think it should be behind Wit?
Ah, I could
Yes.
go either or. I
You know
could go
what?
either
I'll leave
or.
it. I'm gonna leave it
Okay.
because I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna just leave it. Wait, sorry, that was Madhouse, wasn't it? That wasn't Kyoto. Okay. And last but surely not least is Kyoto Animation, which for whatever reason everything is. So have I told y'all because no, that can't be right. What? Ooh, I put Kyoto somewhere. Oh, that's what I did. Okay. Sorry about that. I put something in the wrong spot. Studio Bones, which is
Ooh.
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Cowboy Bebop, Mob Psycho, My Hero, all of that.
I could put that as an A.
Sure, I never thought you were going to be the problem child today.
I'm not.
Are you thinking?
I'm the good one. I'm just trying to. Like I can't see, so I'm trying to process what you said.
So, Full
You
Metal
said,
Alchemist Brotherhood,
uh huh.
Cowboy Bebop, My Hero Academia, and Mob Psycho is a couple of their heavy hitters.
Oh. Oh.
That sounded so unenthusiastic. Oh.
I can put that in A.
Okay, so we got
I'm
two
alright with
A's.
that.
Ebony, are you mute?
Mute. Sorry, I am mute. um, it can go as an A for me as well. Are we putting it in front of Wit Studio or behind Wit Studio?
Behind.
So we're putting it behind. I'll kill it.
Because I still feel like Attack on Titan and all that is still better.
Right, but it's better than Hunter x Hunter and Death Note.
Okay.
Um, yeah, because I said Hunter x Hunter and all that at B, and y'all put it at A. So that's up to y'all as far as where that's gonna fall in the A category. Mm-hmm.
I, I I can't remember. What did you say? Put in front of what?
Um, is it going to be in front of This Is Wit, and then there's Madhouse, and then Studio Parrot. So, Studio Parrot is like Naruto, One Piece, Bleach. Madhouse has Death Note and Hunter x Hunter and all of those gems, and then Trigoon, etc. And then where it says Mappa in black, that's actually Wit Studios. So Wit Studios is Attack on Titan, Vinland Saga, uh, all of them.
I think I switched a couple of them around, but I put it uh in, but I put it in between.
In
So
between
maybe
which
it's
ones?
second.
At second.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, my nerves
I
so
think.
bad. Okay. Alrighty. So this is, and I'm gonna make it bigger. So this is our tier list.
Mm-hmm.
Um, in S tier, we have Studio Ghibli, we have Mappa, then we have
Mm-hmm.
Ufotable, and then Toy Animation. In A tier, this is actually Wit Studios, not Mappa, which I will change in the editing process. Good old CapCut. And CapCut, pay us. Anyways, we also have Studio Bones. Then we have Madhouse Studios. Then we have Studio Perio or
Mm-hmm.
Periot, whichever you prefer to pronounce that. And then in B tier, we have Studio Trigger, and then we have Kyoto Animation. And so those are the top 10 animation companies out these days doing great things and whatnot. And
Mm-hmm.
whoo, Lord, Lordy, there's been a lot, out of all the tier lists we've done. Blind rankings usually are the hardest. But the level of stress that I felt doing this animate animation tier list,
I'm just
like if I still drank, I would need a drink.
no, for
But
real.
oh my gosh, when and see a lot of those, I think what got me, it's a lot of bias. I'm gonna be honest on my
Mm-hmm.
end because some of these are like in my top favorite anime of all time. Like Attack on Titan. It's always gonna be there. Where you have Parasite, you also have Tokyo Ghoul. Like it's always gonna be there. Death Note, that's gonna be there. Hunter x Hunter, that's gonna be there. So it was really hard for me to separate that in the
Right.
animation.
I saw.
So it was hard. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Also, by the way, the reason why my computer has been lagging, and it may also have to do with my headset, is because now that we've been creating so many shows and stuff like that, that my MacBook is like out of RAM.
Um.
So I have to now either I have to upgrade my MacBook basically. So,
Oh.
but that means that we're doing great things, right? Content creating and stuff. We're doing something. So kudos to us. Cuz this is actually our 14th show. Like we're
What?
It's chugging right along. And I think it's technically like our 15th because I don't think we counted our interview or our Oku review in the numbers.
Ah, makes
So,
sense.
so I think we're actually on like 16 technically. But yeah, so guys, whoo, I'm going to drop up here one more time. All of our personal visually stunning anime lists. So if you've never seen them and you like nice looking anime, visually appealing anime, be sure to check these out. Honey Shars is Princess Nononoke, um, Violet Evergarden, Jujutsu Kaisen, Cyberpunk Edge Runners, and Hell's Paradise.
Mhm.
Sunkissed Waifu is Demon Slayer, Beyond the Boundary, Akame ga Kill, Food Wars, and Fire Force. And yours truly, Ebony Moonbeam, has K Project, the Fate series, Promare, Ancient Magus Bride, and Death Parade. And
Yay.
just one more time, this is the anime that we watched today, Fate Strange Fate. You can find it on Crunchyroll, 55 minutes. It is a teaser, but it is definitely worth the watch. We gave it an average of 4 stars, so you can't go wrong with that. And really, that's all we have for you. I hope that you guys enjoyed our animation themed episode. It was stressful, but it was fun because I love animation is really a major part of a good anime. It
Mm-hmm.
for me, I can watch a mid-range anime with great animation compared to like something that's great animation with a trash storyline. And sometimes you have to have something in between. It's like music for me. I can watch like I can listen to a basic ass rapper with a fire ass beat, but I can't listen to a fire ass rapper with a basic ass beat. I just can't do it. Hence why people like Ice Spice and all of those newcomers are doing well because it's clearly a thing. It is a common theme.
I'm not gonna lie, I'll have one of her songs on my phone. Just one though. That's
Yeah.
it. That's it.
I don't even know if I've saved anything to my Spotify account that is tied to Miss Ice Spice. I don't think I've gone that far. If it's catchy and like it comes on the radio and that's like the rare time that I'm listening to the radio, then cool. I'll do a little bop. I'll do a little whatever her song is. Something in my bag or whatever I don't know, child.
Oh
I'm
no,
old. I don't know.
when we got to twerking in the like bodega and all that, I was over it. I was over it.
Okay, guys. Well, okay, let everybody know where they can find you, what you got going on, because I know life be lifing. So, do y'all
Oh,
have stuff going on? And if so, please let everybody know, including me, because I'm nosy. Let's start with Aish.
um,
Ma'am.
as far as creative work, it's always with you, wonderful ladies, on Sundays. Outside of that, work, school, and then the personal life situation. But I'm still gonna be here. Y'all can't get rid of me that easily. Not at all.
I love to hear it. What
um,
about you, Shar?
just working on content and such, and dang, yeah, just working on content. Have another business I'm working on, rebranding the bonnet business and all that stuff. But that's
Hmm.
basically it.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, I'm Ebony Moonbeam. You can find me at Ebony underscore Moonbeam on TikTok and Twitch. And you can find me at Ebony underscore Moonbeam cosplay on everything else. If you don't see my name, I'm not on that thing. Oh, bars.
There you go. Uh-oh.
Oh gosh. Anyways, also cosplayer, And you can always find me on Wednesdays at the Blurred Cartels Round Table. It is always fun and chaotic, and it is definitely a vibe. So be sure to check that out. Also, shout out to all of the other wonderful podcasts that run through all the couple of different Blurred groups. Be sure to check out Tapping or Cap, and be sure to check out What It Sounds Like, the Blurred Syndicate,
Welcome to
Make It Make
Hellhood.
Sense, Honey and Cocoa podcast with your very own Shar. What else? Bay Chan After Dark. You want to get freaky?
Mm-hmm.
Check them out. Ooh,
Are they still
ooh.
doing locker room talk?
I don't know if they're doing locker room talk. What is Otis's? I can't believe I
Um,
forgot the name.
What, like the game streaming?
No, yeah, that. Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Is it that?
oh, I don't know. I
JJ,
know
Oh
they
my
stream
gosh, I
live
can't
with games.
believe. I cannot believe I just
in
forgot
and
it.
out.
Thank
Then
you.
and
Then and
now.
Now podcast. Be sure to check out Then and Now podcast. And yeah, be sure to like, share, and subscribe at the Blurred Cartel on all social media platforms. Blurred.com, great website with great merch, great articles, the works. Blurred Official on YouTube. Follow the Blurred Cartel group. Follow the Blurred Approved Entertainment Facebook group. And also, we now have a Facebook page called Waifu View. So please like, share, and follow that. And we also have a YouTube page that will be up. I said this last week, but I really mean it. It will be up by the end of this week. Um, so yeah, we got a lot of fun stuff for you. You want to be sure to join and link up with us because we have a lot of great things coming in store for you in October. And it's going to be really fun. It's going to be really wild. It's going to be really spooky. So
So
be sure
excited.
to check us out, and we'll see you again, same time, same place, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time on Sundays with Wifey Views. So thank you and enjoy your night.
Yay.
The bunny hop.